Just gonna videotape because he's coming up behind me. And I just wanna get through this gate, get to my car.
A woman known for sharing her travel experiences set out on what was meant to be a peaceful hike. The weather was calm, the trail was quiet, and everything felt normal at first. But that feeling didn't last.
So, there's this guy back there in the white shirt on the trail. He just came up to me and said, "I think you're really attractive. Is it okay if I get to know you?" Like, just out of the blue, stop me. Those creepy things like that make me like, yeah, no. I mean, oh, that was really creepy. Like, making sure he's not following me now. Ugh. Coming back. Okay, here he is, back there.
As she continued along the path, she noticed a biker pass by her. Then again, and again, each time circling back. At first it seemed odd, but not enough to raise alarm, until it did. Not long after, another man approached her directly, trying to start a conversation, asking questions that immediately made her uncomfortable. In that moment, everything shifted. Trusting her instincts, she turned back, cutting her hike short and heading straight for her car.
Just gonna videotape because he's coming up behind me. And I just wanna get through this gate, get to my car. So this way, I don't know if he's gonna get close enough, but I just don't want. I want him to know I have a camera too, just in case. Creepiness. Just so creepy. Back in my car. I don't know where he is. That seriously was like one of the creepiest moments I've ever had hiking out here. I don't know where he is. I don't know if he got in a car, I don't know, but I'm going home. I'm just making sure he's not following me out of the parking lot. This is seriously like creeping me completely out. I made it home and it just, I don't know, I feel I was attacked once in a mall parking lot, and a guy had kind of stalked me from the bank to the mall, and it kind of brought back memories of that kind of thing, and I just wanted to get the hell out of there. Just some, you know, you have that radar that goes off, like something creepy, something is weird, and you're hiking alone, you just, I don't know, it's one of those things. I always have my radar on, but I did not expect that today. Really did not expect that.
Her pace quickened, her heart racing, constantly looking over her shoulder, unsure if she was still being watched or followed. When she finally made it back to her car, the tension didn't ease. She scanned the area, but there was no sign of where the man had gone. With not one, but two unsettling encounters in such a short space of time, the experience brought back memories of a previous attack she had gone through. A reminder that even in places that seem peaceful, you're not always as alone as you think. Mary shares her life on the road, traveling from place to place in her converted school bus. documenting her experiences along the way. She had spent years living this lifestyle, moving between campsites, embracing the freedom that came with it. But one night changed how she saw it. After settling into her campsite, she decided to set up additional cameras around the area just for peace of mind. The next morning, when she checked the footage, she was left with a chilling discovery.
I'm going to put the camera on this little footstool that I always put in front of my tent when I close it up for the night. It's basically just shooting right next to the bus. Probably not the most exciting place to put the camera. Probably should put it over by the creek. But for the first night, I don't even know if it's set up right, so I'm just going to leave it here. This morning I got up and my tent is open. And I mean, I know squirrels are always trying to get in there, but squirrels didn't do this. Squirrels can't operate a zipper. I haven't seen any here with opposable thumbs. And I always zip it shut from the top down to the bottom. But see, there's two zippers. And so it's open the other way. One zipper stays at the top after I zip it, and somebody unzipped it from the top down to the bottom. So right now it's like it's open like a flap, right? So it's open, it's zipped at the bottom. And when I first saw it, I thought, well, that's weird. But honestly, I didn't think that much about it because, I don't know, maybe I did it that way. I don't think I did. I never have before. But it wasn't until later in the morning that I thought about the critter cam. And I was like, oh, let's see what animals we got. So I popped it out, put it in, and I didn't capture any animals. I captured a guy. In the first part, it shot at like 8:30, and it just got like some campers walking to the restroom. But then nothing until 2:30. And then at 2:30, you should see these headlights. So it looks like the car's coming from around, like maybe either somebody drove in and they're turning around right now, or I don't know. Or I don't think it's a camper, but so the headlights come this way, and then it's a pickup truck that goes by. I don't recognize it. It could belong to a camper, could belong to somebody in the cabins up the road, but I know most of those cars. It's not a vehicle I recognize. Let's start with that. But right after it goes by, keep your eye on this over here. Okay, there he is. You see him? He's got glasses on that are shining. He's got on a baseball cap. It looks like he might have a goatee. And here he comes. He walks across. See, he's got a trash bag, it looks like. And I thought at first he had a backpack on, but you'll see in a minute it's not a backpack.
At around 2:30 a.m., a truck passed by, one she didn't recognize. Moments later, a man appeared, moving through her campsite with a flashlight, carefully looking around. He lingered.
Then it missed the first part of him, but then he comes back with a flashlight, and he's coming around, like I have a table over here with a bunch of stuff on it. He's coming around probably checking out what's on that table. I think he's, okay, now look, here he comes. Now he's shining the flashlight in through the mesh of the tent, trying to see what's inside the tent. And you can see like his pants are all kind of frayed and everything, but he leaves again. He walks by, and he's going like probably over to the golf cart to see what's in the golf cart, because the golf cart's parked in front of the bus. And then he goes around. I think he must probably go around the bus and come back again. So give it a second. He's going to come back. There he goes, coming back around for another chance. And this time he's not going to just look inside the tent. This time, yeah. Give him a second. There he goes. He's coming right to the tent. And look at this. He moves the camera. I mean, he moves the camera. I guess he doesn't know it's a camera, but he moves the steps with the camera so that he can unzip the tent and get inside. And then he's inside the tent for all you can hear him plunking around, moving things, stuff like that. I have never seen any sign that anyone has done this before. But the fact is, when I'm in that bus, I don't see or hear anything. I put my curtains up, that's it, you know? But how weird is it that I set up my camera on the exact night that someone's going to come and rifle through my stuff? Ugh, it creeps me out.
The following day, she checked the exact spots he had been searching, going through her belongings. But nothing appeared to be missing, which only made it more unsettling. Because while she slept, completely unaware, a stranger had been walking through her camp in the middle of the night, deep in the woods. Ava is known for her adventurous lifestyle, documenting her journeys across the world, and even featuring on National Geographic. Her life revolves around the outdoors, and she often retreats to her own private land, a place she considered peaceful, isolated, and safe. But that sense of safety didn't last.
And I never had to deal with situations like this before, not on this level. But just the fact that it's all happening now is making me rethink this channel, what this channel is about, and the future of it. And this is not clickbait. I'm not being overly dramatic. When you hear the stories, I think you'll understand. A few minutes ago, a man that I don't know appeared on my property. And he turned to me and he said, "Oh, finally I found you. I've been looking for you." This is a man that I don't know, that I didn't invite here, that I didn't want here, who came here all on his own to my private property in the mountains, where there is no obvious path that leads here. He made his way up the hills and through the freaking forest to find me, uninvited. To find a woman who's camping on her own, on her private property. To find her and do what exactly? I was shocked. I was shocked and immediately felt so vulnerable and so scared. I immediately told him that this is my private property and that I'm not looking for guests. I took my axe and I went inside my tent with Vilk. This is not the first time that something like this has happened.
On one visit to her land, something felt off. Despite being remote and out of the way, someone had managed to find her. What was once her escape now felt exposed, and she left with her dog shaken, realizing her private space might not be as secure as she once believed. And this wasn't the first time. Just weeks earlier, something far more disturbing had happened. While she was out of the country, a man had been searching for her, on her own land. He eventually tracked her down, even flying out to find her, convinced they were meant to be together.
A few weeks ago, I was filming with National Geographic for my new show when I found out that another guy that I didn't know, that I had zero contact with ever, had been looking for me on my land in Poland. I wasn't there at the time, of course. I was filming with Nat Geo on a different continent. But the next thing I know, this man found out where we were filming, and he flew from Europe to Africa to chase me down, convinced that we were supposed to get married and that we're supposed to be together, that destiny is bringing us together. And so this man is looking for me all around the world. I don't know him. I don't know who he is. I don't know his intentions. And then he found me. It's a really terrifying experience when men that you don't know seek you out and you don't know what their intentions are. And some of them are delusional. I never thought I would be in this situation. I've always thought of myself as a really strong and independent person, and I wasn't gonna let them grind me down. I'm not going to. But it's terrifying. My friend's telling me to go down to the car and spend the night in the car. Vilk is looking pretty alert. Normally he's already sleeping at this point. And I kind of don't want to leave the tent here, but I think I'd be able to fall asleep here tonight, honestly. Because I don't know, you know? People drink, people get stupid ideas in their heads.
The reality of the situation was terrifying. What started as a place of freedom had quickly turned into somewhere she no longer felt safe. The encounters left her questioning everything, knowing that being alone in such a remote place also made her vulnerable. In the end, she trusted her instincts, packed up, and left. Tyler and Hannah are known for traveling with their children, documenting their adventures as they explore different places and campsites across the country. During one of their road trips, they set out for what was meant to be another memorable stop. After a long day of driving, they arrived in Moab and found a quiet, isolated spot to camp. Surrounded by open land and with no one else nearby, they watched the sunset and settled in for the night. Everything felt calm. But by morning, that calm was gone.
Well, I did not expect to have somebody in our campsite calling me a liberal bleeper this morning, but here we are. You learn something new about yourself every day.
Creeping on you because you're creeping on me while I'm taking my morning walk. Checking me out. I'm just checking out what you got. What you got here?
Sorry.
I said liberal.
What?
I said you liberal.
It wasn't like a what did you just say to me? It was
Yeah.
like a what?
It was so out of pocket, the whole thing, that I couldn't comprehend it. So I'm just like, what? Like, it looks
Yeah,
like a
I know.
scripted office. Sorry.
I said liberal.
What?
I said you liberal.
Sir, I'm here with my family.
That's cool.
I just went into like de-escalation mode.
Yeah.
I really wanted to.
Yeah, at one point I loved it. At one point you even called him sir.
Yeah.
You were like, no, sir, we're just here camping with our family. And I was like, okay, good. Tyler's handling the situation well.
Oh, nothing could have prepared me for opening my door and getting called like right off the rip in the morning. And that's why I said, sir, I'm with my family.
Out of nowhere, a man approached them, immediately aggressive. He accused them of interfering with his morning walk, raising his voice, swearing, and confronting them without warning. The situation escalated quickly, catching them completely off guard. Although the footage itself was brief, they later explained they had done nothing wrong, simply capturing drone footage in an empty area with no one else around.
So he can't read the situation that a drone is circling a beautiful campsite at a vacation spot at sunrise. How else would you read that? That I'm spying on you, walking your dog in the middle of the desert?
I know. Well,
I
it's
just
funny
didn't see
too that
him at all.
He said you were creeping on him, but like it was just him, like he didn't have. It's not like you were flying over his campsite or something.
Yeah. And so the good thing is I had no idea he was there for all of my shooting. Was not filming him. He was not in any shots until he started coming up to our private little spot here. I was like, this is really weird. Okay, you can't see us from the road, so he might just not know we're here, and he's used to taking his dog on this walk or something. So I watched him, because you don't approach people's campsites, and it was obvious to me he was beelining straight towards our campsite with some sort of authority. So I was thinking, okay, there's a ranger, we missed a sign somewhere, this isn't a camping area. It obviously is. This is the place you go to disperse camp north of Moab.
And all the spots that aren't camping areas have a sign at the spot that's like no camping.
No camping.
You're out here creeping. I'm out here creeping.
I had no
Just do it in person because I'm not.
I had no idea you were here, sir. I had no footage of him till he started approaching. I was obviously just doing my thing, shooting the scenery and our camping setup at sunrise. Yeah, and then he just lost his mind instantly. I could understand a drone being annoying in the morning, but you guys need to understand just how far out we are specifically from everyone else.
Yeah, we went way out.
The encounter left a lasting impact. Being shouted at and confronted so aggressively, especially early in a trip, was enough to shake anyone. It was a stark reminder that sometimes the unpredictability doesn't come from the environment, but from other people. Lori and Ruben chose a different path in life. After raising their children, they decided to leave it all behind and embrace life on the road, traveling from campsite to campsite and documenting their journey. Van life brought freedom and adventure, but it also came with its own risks. And during their very first week on the road, they experienced something they couldn't explain.
What the heck is that? Babe, wake up.
What's going on? What happened?
Don't you hear that screaming?
Wait, who's screaming?
I don't know.
What the hell is that?
I don't know what is going on, babe.
Just...
Turn on the light! Turn on the light! Oh my gosh!
Sorry.
Dude, it's like right there.
Do you see anybody?
No, I don't see anybody.
How the hell is that person screaming if we're not even there?
I don't know, but it sounds like a kid.
The kid just keeps screaming. What the hell?
Okay, the kid has been screaming for like about 10 minutes now.
Straight.
Screaming. I don't know if you can hear them, but it's screaming. We think that it's coming from 2 RVs down that way.
Over there,
Yeah.
Holy mackerel.
It just stopped. I don't hear it anymore.
No, he's not screaming anymore. What the hell?
I don't know, maybe he had a nightmare or something, but I mean, the kid was screaming bloody murder.
Like crazy.
Like, woke me up, scared the crap out of me. It's like, what time is it? Like freaking 5 o'clock in the morning?
It's like 4:30.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so tired, but holy crap, that kid was screaming.
At around 4:30 a.m., they were suddenly woken by the sound of a child screaming. The noise cut through the silence of the campsite. Concerned and unsure of what they were hearing, they grabbed their camera and began recording, trying to make sense of the situation. The screams seemed to be coming from somewhere nearby, possibly another camper. Then, just as suddenly as it started, it stopped. No more noise, no movement, just silence. Shaken, they decided to stay inside and wait until morning, hoping to understand what had happened. But when daylight came, there were no answers.
All right, take a walk with me. So, I don't know if you can see, but that right there is the RV that the kid, well, we think is a kid, was screaming. We have not seen any kids. We have not seen any movement. Nobody at all.
They checked the area where they believed the sound had come from and found nothing. No sign of anyone, no explanation. Just the lingering question of what they had heard that night and whether something truly unsettling had taken place while everyone else slept. Those were some of the most unsettling camping encounters caught on camera. But the real question is, what would you do in these situations? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe for more. And remember, sometimes it's not just the wilderness you should fear, but who or what might already be out there.